It's like jumping into the abyss, but it was one of the most exciting moments in my life for sure.
Could you survive 78 days alone in the wilderness? Well, that's what a man from Manitoba did, and when he finally emerged from the forest, he stepped out of the woods $500,000 richer. Juan Pablo Quiñonez is an outdoor survival specialist and the most recent winner of the Wilderness Survival Game Show, Alone. Quiñonez was the last person standing out of 10 contestants pitting their skills against nature in the rugged, harsh landscape of northeastern Labrador.
I wanted to test myself to see how far I can take my mind and my body.
Quiñonez is the first Latino winner of Alone. He grew up in Guadalajara, Mexico, but now lives in Pinawa, about 130 kilometers east of Winnipeg. Quiñonez says spending time alone in the forest during Manitoba's hot summers and cold winters helped prepare him for some of the mental and physical obstacles he needed to overcome to outlast his competitors.
I'm very lucky to live in Manitoba where we have access to really remote wilderness, and it's quite accessible by canoe or you can sled in. So I've taken advantage of that, and I've had lots of outdoor experience here in Manitoba.
Before the show, Quiñonez spent 100 days in the forest during winter, catching fish and grouse, honing skills he put to use during the competition. He also gained 60 pounds by drinking a gallon of milk and 350 milliliters of olive oil daily to build up his body's fat reserves, in case finding food in the wild became difficult, says Quiñonez, who in the end lost 70 pounds during his time in the bush.
I know that having some fat is an advantage in the cold, just because it's insulation, and also fat is energy. So I knew that it was advantageous for me to have some fat, and I just went like, you know what, I'm gonna gain as much as I can.
It ended up being part of the game-winning strategy, says Quiñonez, who during his time in the wild went 11 days without eating anything, drinking only water to survive. There were lots of bears around him, and Quiñonez says his mind would flip back and forth between wanting to avoid the dangerous predators or seek them out to kill one and eat it. He never did shoot a bear with his bow and arrow. Quiñonez says unexpectedly, sleeping was one of the most difficult aspects of his time in nature. However, he was also surprised to discover true happiness in the depths of his struggle to survive.
That was very interesting to me, to just have these like peak flow moments and seeing like, oh wow, if you struggle hard and you're really engaged, like it can be very rewarding.
After winning the show and becoming $500,000 richer, Quiñonez proposed to his longtime girlfriend and finished a new survival book called Thrive, drawing from his experiences in nature before and after the competition. Quiñonez says he plans on building a new homestead with the money he won.
I want to start that community. I want to live as close as possible to nature.
In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.
Next on